you stress up the groove, the energy a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you
I'll get into the questions that you guys had for me. What was your inspiration for the design? So for the design, we wanted to go with something very minimal and chic. The main purpose of the design was that it was functional. It allowed for a lot of floor space, and also every equipment that we had in there had a place. Not only had a place, but was hidden. So like stored behind a cabinet. We obviously wanted very minimal looks, a little bit grungy, which is why we kept the floors concrete and did not make them wooden floors. And then I love that cement feathered look on the walls, and so we knew we wanted that. Cabinets at first were supposed to be like a lighter color cabinet like what you see behind me, but we decided since it's like more unisex and we wanted to have it more darker, sexier feel, we went with like a really nice walnut. But essentially we just wanted a place for everything and room to grow, so extra storage space, but also be very conscious of like leaving the floor as open as possible. And then utilizing the side area, which was just bamboo, overgrown, vines on the walls. It had a really green, like lush feel. We wanted to make that space tie in with the inside of the gym, so it made sense for us to remove the vines, remove the bamboo, and then replace that with something cleaner. And so that was also part of it, and then lay concrete on that side. And Nate also wanted a rig set up. How did you find your contractors and who are they? Our contractors are Inflection Bills. Neto, who is the head of that, he's no bullshitter. He shows up to the job site every single day, which I love, because typically you find that the head contractor comes and bids you, and then they ghost you. They're never there. The workers are just there, but they're barely ever there. And I just felt that he was very, very efficient on time. How did I find them? So OEU Design literally spearheaded the design of the project, keeping in mind what Nate and I wanted and putting their own design spin to it. I honestly have zero changes to what they have proposed. It was absolute perfection, and the renderings were more beautiful than I could have ever imagined, and so no changes there. Check, check, let's go. And then they worked very closely with Inflection Builds to make their designs come to life, and them communicating all the time together. I didn't have to do any of that, which is a total lifesaver. In terms of all of the design work that OEU did, so their prices range from 2K to 20K depending on how big or small the project is. The price also depends on if you need permits or not, but having them there and being the mediator, completely critical. Like, I couldn't do that on my own. So yes, it was 100% necessary that I worked with both. So how much was the whole cost of the gym? So the whole cost of the gym, from design to construction, everything, was $50K, exactly what I had budgeted out. So they weren't trying to get me in with something lower, like $30K, we could do it for $30K, and then, you know, add on. They accounted for everything that could happen or go wrong. How do you know where to start? Typically, right, I would go to Pinterest and I would search home gym, like inspiration, and start pulling things and making a board, and then finding different subcontractors to do different things. But because I had an architect, they do all the design, they make you renderings so you can see exactly what you want, and if that vision is exactly what you had in mind, perfect. If not, they can make changes for you, but they take the vision and turn that into construction documents. What type of flooring did we use? Went with feathered concrete finish, pretty much just like 3 different coats of concrete that are a little bit different shades in color, and feathered to make it look textured. The awesome thing about the gym now is that we don't lift weights inside the gym. We lift weights outside where the bamboo used to be. We just laid a bunch of mats there on top of the concrete, and when you open the bifold doors and look straight on, you actually can see yourself because of the mirror that we have running across. So how much do you usually have to budget for something like this? It could range from when we first did the gym and we utilized the gym as it was and got floor mats, did the drywall, bought secondhand equipment from Craigslist, and that total cost around $2,000 to $3,000 total. anywhere between 20 and 50. And I'd say that the most costly doing the gym was the doors itself, like the big bifold door and the sliding glass doors, very, very expensive. And then the freaking custom cabinets. That was where the bulk of that money went. And just to touch on the breakdown of the cost, it was $5K for OEU's design work, which includes the renderings and the construction documents, and then $5K for construction management, and then the rest materials and labor. As far as finding a good contractor goes, always word of mouth. That's honestly the best way to go about it. When I first did the kitchen, that was through Yelp. I was reading fake Yelp reviews that I didn't know were fake. Now I know. I wouldn't trust anything I read out there. I would honestly only trust a friend or someone you personally know. So this is another question. What would you have done differently? We put a stone on top of the wooden bench, and what I would have done differently is, instead of it just like stacked on top of the wood like this, I would have made a lip that went over. Next question, if you were working with a smaller budget, what would have been your top 3 priorities? Get those big heavy duty mats. We found all of our gym mats off of Craigslist. A set of dumbbells from like 5 pounds to 25 pounds. And then a TRX. So a TRX is super versatile and you can do so many different things with that thing. And it's super minimal and small. So I would get a fisheye hook and have that hanging at the top so that you can work on your TRX. I think those 3 things alone, you will have a full functioning gym. Oh, and a mirror. How much did the custom cabinets cost? I believe it was around 12 to 15K for the custom cabinets. Like I said, bulk of the money went to that. How was the whole experience? What was your favorite part of the renovations? I think my favorite part of the renovations was literally looking back at the renderings and seeing how it looked exactly the same. Details on finishes that were selected. So the cabinets are a walnut finish. We have a nice stone on top of the bench, feathered concrete finish, Venetian plastered walls, and little details like concrete circuit covers and a black wall just to like really punch in the statement. Where's the mirror from? So this mirror was the contractor just sourced it out for me. It's a custom fit. How big is the space? So inside the gym is about 400 square feet and then another 250 for the outside. So around 600 square feet in total. Trickiest part of the renovation. One of the trickiest part was after taking down the bamboo wall, we could completely see into our neighbor's backyard, and we went back and forth on how to, you know, make privacy but also be more cost efficient. And the best idea that we had, actually contractor had, was build a very simple chic wall that was black, made of wood, painted black, and that would then tie into the black framing of the doors. And so I love that idea, and it turned out really, really nice. So does the gym have AC or heating? No, it does not. We did not do the HVAC or anything like that. That would have been way more costly and kind of unnecessary because we have a Dyson in there that provides plenty of heat when it's cold. And then during the summer, when you open both doors and the breeze that comes in, it's so, so nice. Plus, Nate loves the sun. Nate loves being hot and sweaty and stuff. And I also don't mind it too once I'm working out. So we opted out of that. I just want to leave you guys with some tips too before I close out the video. Don't be afraid to ask your contractor for a timeline. Time is money, and you don't want to sit there with unfinished business for weeks at a time. It's just not a good feeling. In terms of the budget, keep track of it on Google Sheets. That's what I did. Every single time a phase would be done, I would just write in, okay, electricity, $2,000, track lights ordered, $300, concrete done, you know, however much that was, blah, blah, blah. And just have like a running tally, because things can add up quickly, and when you start adding different things and design elements that wasn't originally proposed, you could very easily go over budget. So obviously have a running tally so you know exactly how much you're spending. And lastly, this was the first time I worked with an architect. My best friend is an architect, so that was very easy to find a good one, obviously, and she's very freaking talented. Please check out her work. It's freaking insane. Working with a design build firm, okay? I used to work for a design build firm. I should know these things. Like, I don't know why I decided to take this on myself when I did when I first moved in here. Maybe it was because the projects were a lot smaller, but wow, wow, wow. It makes all the difference. You can be hands-free, especially if you're super busy and you don't want to be like micromanaging everything. You need to have a middleman between, you know, your ideas and it coming to life. Like, that person is an architect. That person takes your ideas and puts it onto paper. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the reveal of the Gucci Gym 2.0. I hope this video was helpful in terms of like providing you guys this information on how to fully renovate a gym and how much to allot for these sort of things. It does very much range, but hope to shed a little bit of light. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.